And we are live. Good morning, crypto warriors, and welcome back to Gem into Crypto, episode 708. Today is Friday, April 23rd, 2021, and I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay, and we're here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community Monday through Friday at 10ish.
At 10ish, and today's top stories. Newly public Coinbase lists Tether's controversial USDT for pro traders. Bitcoin's drop from Biden's proposed tax hikes, not likely to last. Square's Cash App raises minimum Bitcoin withdrawal to 0.001 BTC. City of Seoul seizes cryptocurrencies from tax delinquents. And Robinhood announces new COO to lead crypto trading desk. But first and foremost, let's go ahead and take a look at these prices, Bitcoins, eh?
Oh, yeah. So taking a look at our prices for today. Today, if you don't know, is a glorious day. This is a day that all of my OGs, we are celebrating. Let's go, baby. Dump it.
Beautiful day today.
Beautiful day. And if you don't feel that way, you need more time in this market, because me and King got on here smiling because Bitcoin's at $49,230, down 10.3%. Ethereum at $2,224, down 12%. Binance Coin at $498, down 11.4%. Ripple at $1.09 is down 16.7%. Cardano at 108, down 11%. Polkadot at 31.52, down 11%. Dogecoin at 22 cents is down 21% in one day. I mean, Jesus Christ. Uniswap at 31.27, down 14%. And Litecoin at 232 is down 16%. So again, as we've said before, in a bull market, there's no less than 30%, 30% drops in the last bull run. We'll probably see the same in this bull run. This is the second one. So remember, we had a pretty big drop earlier this year, around 30, 40K. Now we're at the 60K mark. I did it again. Nothing to be worried about, but I'm excited because we get all of these discounts, and we also get to prove our point that no, your shitcoin is not disassociated from Bitcoin. If Bitcoin goes down, your coin's going down too. So you have to realize rising tide lifts all boats. So at this point, it's good to see that we have some, a little bit of room to get some consolidation so we can buy more. Because most people, they bought at Dogecoin at 40 cents. They're looking today like, man, I just lost half my money. Good. You need to learn a lesson. Pay tuition and learn, and stop thinking you're going to get rich tomorrow.
I don't even want to interrupt you. Go get them. Get it.
Oh, you know I'm happy. I love red days. It's so much more fun on red days. On green days, too many people I don't like talking. On red days, it's only the people that know what they're talking about still.
Like, who still make money today? That's the real question now.
Who make money? Who knows what they're doing? Who actually knows what they're doing?
Well, a couple of things. I mean, like you said, for those in the Doge army, this is going to be a great social test, a great trading, psychological trading test. We already know the answer to it, but it's going to be a great test for all of these newcomers to see who had weak hands, and it looked like some hands were weak because, like you said, if your altcoin, whatever that altcoin is, was so much better than Bitcoin, then when Bitcoin takes severe dips, which 10% isn't even severe, we said this will happen, 10% dips, 15% dips, 20% dips in Bitcoin will continue to happen. It's just going to look a lot worse because the price is so high in USD. But when that happens, will your altcoin stand on its own and still pump 10%, 20% while Bitcoin is taking a nosedive? So far, that's not happening. Of course, secondly, will holders, if that even exists with some of these coins that people are foolishly buying into, will they continue to hold? I actually say yes to that, Bitcoin Zay, and the reason why is because most of them are so new, and they did the whole, I gotta buy. They're like, you know what I'm saying? They went so crazy to buy, they never even learned how to sell and move their money. And oh, by the way, I am very interested to see, because I've talked to a few people last few days in Dogecoin. I mean, shout out some of my friends. I've talked to people making anywhere from $3,000 to like, I think $50,000 or $60,000 on this last Dogecoin pump. And I'm sure a few of my friends made more than that, but didn't tell me the right numbers. But my point is, for those people who are new who made those type of numbers, are you selling out? Are you putting 12,000 back into your bank like a noob right now? What are you doing? Are you about to get investigated next week? So again, so much goes into this market, and it's funny because, like you said, you can't miss when it's a bull market. Everyone's a genius, but now is the time to see who actually knows what they're talking about. Are you holding your coins that you made so much fuss about, or did you actually take my advice the other day when I said these are the times to trade? I said it was a time to sell, and I also said when it dipped, this was the time to buy back in. And now, as you can see, to me, I just talked to Bitcoin Zay about this. Full disclosure, I was like, Saturday night, I'm probably going to be looking at the market, looking to go long sometime Saturday. I think this will continue going into, we'll have the sideways movement at this dip going into the weekend. It's already Friday. I think Saturday and Sunday, we will start to turn around. And by Tuesday or Wednesday of next week, we'll be right back at 57, 56,000. So I think for those who will go long right now at this moment, again, speculative too, people. I'm just looking at the fundamental side. I haven't done the T on it, but I do think that we'll see it come back throughout the weekend. So again, we talked about these are the optimal times for trading right now. You want to trade, you want to make this money. Everyone says it. Well, here's your dip. Here's your opportunity. Let's see how many people hold.
Oh yeah. Hey, it's more than a t-shirt. It's a lifestyle, baby.
There it is. Hilarious. What's going on, crypto culture? Thank you, Kenzie, for the big tip. Who the F is making money today? LOL. Come get it back in blood. As that side note, that was really you in the chat this morning, Zay. I don't want to talk to a scammer by accident. LOL.
Yeah, that was me. I was in there. What's up, Kenzie? Yeah, I was up early this morning, so I jumped in on his live and was telling everybody, hey man, just hold.
You know you can't listen. Hold on. You got to get the check mark. We got the check marks next to our YouTubes because you know.
Yeah, I do that to a lot of people's crypto YouTubes. I only got like my personal YouTube is like 20 followers, so it don't even seem like it's me. But I jump on everybody's. People don't understand. I watch everybody. They think they just doing it.
They don't know we lurkers too on the
They don't know I lurk everywhere. I don't like a comment unless I know you, but I watch everything. So yeah, I just happened to be on there this morning and say what's up to Kenzie. What up, bro?
There we go. Shout out to Crypto and Kenzie. I got to make sure I check out a live stream too. I didn't even realize it was live this morning. Damn, if it already happened, Kenzie, you must be going, hey, it's 3 a.m. Cali time when you're doing it. You might stay up late and watch his live stream one day. What's going on, Leroy Forrest, Madam Crypto, Blues Lover, P-Man Van, Kadeem, Brandon G, Lisa Lee, Michael Williams, Too Rich to Miss, Fanteezy, Whistlетone, Timothy Grigsby, Shanette, Justin Brunt. I almost said something else. Hundos 1017, all the way from Saginaw. There we go. Hey, Saginaw, that's the family up there in the Minton. Marcellus Love, Patrick Water, what up, though? Fumble the Face, Marcus Howell, Terry Young, B1, Vanessa, hello. Antonio said, hope you crypto warriors are buying the dip. Notes from Jew. Let's see, Addie A, everybody, Robert Kelly, hello, and welcome all to the show. Robinhood, that's the last story. I got the last story loaded up. Newly public Coinbase lists Tether's controversial USDT for pro traders. This is actually a interesting story from so many different directions, mainly because, of course, Tether, we know, has been controversial. Let's get into it. The move by an ever-regulated Coinbase could be read as vindication for Tether, long criticized as less than forthright about its financials. Now, the long short of it is that people always said that Tether, which is supposed to be a stable coin backed by $1, one Tether to $1, people have always said that that is not true. They have said that there has been no audit. Tether used to dodge audits like Reggie Bush back in his college days. Bitcoin Zay and I were talking USC earlier. So yeah, Tether has been known to dodge audits and not be forthright about it. And there was this whole thing of, hey, are they scamming? Are they with, what was it, Bitfinex or whatever? What's this partnership? What is going on? But what's interesting is after Coinbase goes public, right? You have all this public trusted, and now you have this board of directors. They still decide to list Tether after what it's been through. So the only thing I can think of, Bitcoin Zay, is two things. First of which I think is probably the more possible thing. Brian Armstrong and the Tether folks have had a deal in a partnership for a very long time, on the very low. And I think part of that deal was, hey, when you go public, I'll let your boy, all right, take care of us. I think some of that happened. And the second thing is, what if we finally enter the space, which is what I've been wanting to get to, where these companies and everyone in crypto, all of our enthusiasts, YouTubes, whatever, we finally make the rules as is intended. Not regulators telling you and us what to do, but we and them saying, no, we're going to do this. And you being regulators working for our tax money are going to follow up and help us with this. And I say that because as much as the government has pushed back against Tether, and then for Coinbase now to list it and be a publicly traded company worth upwards of $90 to $100 billion is one of those things where it's too big to fail. And the government may have no choice but to finally accept Tether for the red-headed stepchild that it is.
Oh yeah. And one of the things you have to realize is that This is the Tether that's on the Ethereum blockchain, and they are also only allowing inbound Tether deposits. So,
they trying to get that money there.
Exactly. So what I think this may be is a honeypot. I think Coinbase, because they're a public company now, you send your Tether into Coinbase, they see where the address is coming from. They're like, oh, where'd all this Tether come from? Where's all these where's all this money that nobody knew was on the books? It might be a honeypot because if you put it on the Coinbase, they're going to report it. So I mean, I wouldn't touch this with a stick at all. I mean, I guess you could use USDC, you could use Paxos, you could use something else for a stable coin. But again, like you said, Tether, avoiding audits like Reggie Bush, doing their own thing. I don't really see the difference between them and what we currently have. So if Coinbase doesn't either, shout out to them. Again, though, if you're in New York, this does not apply to you. So,
well, I'm glad you pointed out too how they're only going to have inbound transfers. I don't trust any service that's saying we only going to take your money but not give it back, right?
Or we're going to let you know when we can give it back.
Like, right, we'll let you know when you can have your money. But what I will say about this story, which is more appealing to me, is that if they are able to help Tether get past not only FUD, but the United States government, then this could be the trajectory of companies, and again, the crypto space, where they're like, hey, attach your name to a company that went public and you're too big to fail. Because now that Tether's just an experiment, I think. Coinbase, again, inbound. We just want to see how the government's going to react. Okay, we're poking and prodding, temperature check. You got to remember, this is big business now. Like, these are the moves you have to make if you want to make other moves, like, I don't know, relisting Ripple possibly, right? You don't want to just go off to the deep end and say, hey, we're going to relist Ripple, XRP, see what happened. Hell no. Oh, let's list Tether first. Let's see what type of feedback we get from the government, and then we can decide. But my point is, if they're able to just list something, and all of a sudden, since they are a publicly traded company, they are under scrutiny of regulators, but also they pay that regulator tax in excess of 100 billion now. They have a lot to go around for regulators. Will it happen to where Coinbase says, hey, we'll list you, regulators say, sounds good to us, you guys are in the clear? So that's something to look out for. But I'll tell you what, if they do list XRP and the government like, yeah, we dropped the case, hey, it's clear as day, gang, we're here.
Hey, let's get it. Hey, let's get these likes up while we at it. Jesus Christ. You get Rick rolled. Let's get these likes up.
Walter Beasley, thank you for the tip. Walter Beasley said, where can I buy the t-shirt? This was a oldie but goodie t-shirt we used to have made. So they are no longer in service, but we may have to bring it back one
day. They may need to bring those back. The Gentleman of Crypto line, we may have to bring it back.
You should have had this one for the protest, bro. You would have made a killing.
I mean, again, that shirt was from 2017. Jesus Christ. In 4 years now, here we are. And like you said, it still applies. But yeah, the Dino today, the whole shirts, we got a few of them that we should bring back.
Yeah. Rashu said, don't speak too soon, King. Mr. Burns is watching. Listen, hey, I was joking the other day in the comment section, said we might need to lay off him before you really do send the squad our way. All right. Y'all going, hey, the personal attacks are going to stop today.
Yeah, all right.
And for those who listening, yeah, speaking of personal attacks, people, don't take the personal attacks personal, because we're going to keep doing it. And we don't want you being we don't mean anything by it. Believe me, we talk about each other just as much as we talk about everybody else. It's all good. Yes, all right. Bitcoin's drop from Biden's proposed tax hikes, not likely to last. BCB CEO says, what's going on with this taxes?
Oh, man. So, of course, anytime Bitcoin drops, they try to find a reason. And, of course, if it has anything to do with politics, that's going to be the reason. So it says here Bitcoin has slumped over 8% over a 24-hour period, a drop attributed to U.S. President Joe Biden's proposed tax hike for capital gains on those earning above $1 million. But the effect may be temporary. According to the CEO, Biden's proposed treatment of gains in equities as income, which proposes a rate of up to 39.6% instead of the current 23.8%, has had a shock effect in all markets. All markets felt this shock, because anytime you say you're going to raise taxes on capital gains, anybody that has assets may look to go liquid. That's literally just the incentive to go liquid. And when you have what I believe is high inflation, you got to find a reason for people to use your shitty money. So if you say, oh, I'm going to tax you on your assets, it's like, well, let me keep it in cash or keep it in something else. So at this point, I'm not surprised. Nobody should be surprised that good old backdoor Biden said one thing and then came out and did another. There's no reason to believe backdoor Biden. There's no reason to believe that he's going to hold his word. I mean, none at all. He's done it to almost everybody he's made deals with.
Who are you talking about? You talking about Jim Crow Joe?
Everybody. I mean, all the black people try to get a deal. No. All the green energy people thought they was gonna get a deal.
Marshawn Lynch stiff arm.
No. Yeah. Everybody thought he was their friend. No. Like, get out of here, bro. He's here for a job.
Oh, them thumbs down is gonna be popping today.
Hey man, unfortunately for most people, higher taxes does not solve problems. That's just more money for the government. Nobody has ever solved a problem by raising taxes, ever, especially with the incompetent government we have. But that is what is attributed to the drop in Bitcoin. Assets across the board, commodities, everything felt that drop. And I feel like it won't last long because Bitcoin is the only hard money that can survive it. So I believe he's writing a synopsis. I just think that attributing it to Biden is, I guess, that's low hanging fruit, but actually it's the entire market. So it is what it is.
Yeah, it's definitely low hanging fruit. Our warriors say it all the time in the comment section, as well as the in the chat, is like, well, the US do not run the market. Whenever we say like, hey, it ain't happening in the US, and we're with you, we agree. So with this story is a perfect example. It was like, the US has a tax thing, so the entire global crypto market has dipped. It's like,
exactly,
more than likely not, but okay, we'll give you the 10%. We'll give you the 10% that might have came from some weak hands on the Wall Street, a couple of institutions, a couple of VC firms. Oh shit, let me get out before they start taxing. It's like, it doesn't matter. You've been hit already. So yeah, but I'm with you. I don't think it accounts to Bitcoin's dip. I mean, people, it's a new global currency. No matter what you say, no matter what price point it goes to, it will continue to dip. Like, that's just markets. It has to happen. People are going to one day wake up and say, oh shit, our government tripping, inflation is happening, and we need to buy more Bitcoin. And then they'll wake up a few months from then and be like, hey, life's good. You know, my family's going on vacation. Everything's okay. Like, let's spend some money. Like, they're not thinking about going to crypto. So again, that's just a psychological market, people. It just happens like that. As we're still looking for price discovery on a global scale, shall we also add? Hooper JTV, thank you for the tip. Is Gang trying to scare the baby hands out? Also, guys, wanted to shout out Florence for putting me on to you guys. Oh, speaking of the devil, we just was talking about Flo before the show.
Just talking about good old Flo. What up,
we
Flo?
were just talking about Flo. Yeah, shout out to Florence for putting Hooper JTV on the show. Much appreciated. And shout out to Flo too. She's doing a good job entering the crypto space as well. Captain Mexico, thank you.
Took a little long, but she's here.
Yeah, she did take too long. hey, give Flo a hard time, because
give her a hard time.
We were talking about her before the show, and Zay was like, man, I was telling her about this in 2017.
We sitting right in Hollywood trying to explain to her what's about to happen. She was like,
she actually came by the house as we had crypto meetings before, so she knows stuff. Like,
oh yeah, she knows.
That's crazy.
Shout out to Flo.
A small world. That's what I'm talking about. Small crypto world. Love it. Junior Maley said, why can't I exchange on Exodus right now? Because Exodus is trying to go public. People already told you. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know at the current moment why you can't exchange. It may be certain coins, but here's the deal. Whenever you cannot exchange your tokens or do any type of business, trading business on any platform during a bull run, like right now, all of a sudden Dogecoin's going 200, 300%, and you can't trade in or out, or when it's dipping severely, like right now, even though it's 10 to 15%, and you having issues, that means something is going on with the platform. People, they are either under attack or they're planning on going public, and they don't want you to steal all their money from them before they actually go public. So they rather just be like, and we're done trading. Like, so I don't know what's going on with Exodus, but again, I made mention to it many times since they began showing signs of going public and then publicly announcing going public. Like, that's not the place to exchange. It just isn't.
It's not.
They're dead in the water when it comes to that, as far as I go. William Justice said, Rickshaw Joe is clueless about the bathroom. Where does that leave him on crypto? Crazy BX Don said, how do I submit a donation? Just smash that like and share. That's a good enough donation. But if you did want to send us something, it seems, it's funny too, because we never even publicize it, but it seems the super chat is working. So I would just say use the super chat. It seems to be working the best. Yeah, I think I don't think you have your crypto address listed anywhere. So just send it through the super chat, because we're just using everything in YouTube actually just to pay people throughout YouTube and everything. So it works best. But thank you for that as well. Blues Lover said, just the screen just went down. Blues Lover said, this is the most truthful place on the whole internet. Hey, we try to be. That's funny because the low key probably is. BK keeps on taking bits. Where's the lowest DCA for Bitcoin you know of? Cash App has a $10 limit for DCA. I want to do $2 a day on top of whatever else I buy. No, Cash App, you can do $1 a day. You just have to actually, where it says the dots, press those dots, and then it's going to say put how much you want in, because I've done multiple $1 buys. I tell you all the time, I use my change. On Cash App, $1 a day.
Yeah, just choose
Antonio. Hey, yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Just choose recurring on the app. Like when you want to do it, just choose recurring. You should be good.
All right, there we go. Antonio, I forgot Antonio know Flow too, back from the IGO days. So Antonio said, what's up to Flow as well. Small crypto royal people. This is crazy. He said, I spoke to her also back in 2017. Oh, we giving you a hard time if you listen to today, Flow. But here's the good thing. For any business you have, make sure you come on next week. And I think it'll be an easy promotion for you. All right. Heavy Productions. Thank you for the $5 tip. Checking in from Mississippi is love. Appreciate y'all. Listen, I've said it once. I'll say it again. I used to live down there in Gulfport, Mississippi. You all showed me an amazing time. You took care of me, and the food is bomb. So I have nothing but love for Gulfport, Biloxi, Jackson, all these different places in Mississippi. I've actually lived there, people. So yes, with the exception of that hot ass heat in the summer, I love it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Let's see. Whistletone said, wait, so you can't send Tether to another wallet from Coinbase Pro? That's the whole point.
No, you send it to Coinbase and they keep it. You keep your money on Coinbase.
Right.
You deserve whatever happens after that.
Oh, Crazy BX Don, thank you for the big tip. Much appreciated. We got a dancing avatar in there. Hey, I'm gonna give it a dance with the avatars. Hey, go ahead and go with it.
Big stepper. Oh yeah.
Big stepper. There we go. Appreciate that tip. Thank you, Crazy BX Don. All right, let's keep it moving. City of Seoul seizes cryptocurrencies from tax delinquents. Hey, this is why the USA Biden said what? So is working. You can take it. All right, we'll throw the announcement out. We want 40%. That's right. City of Seoul seizes cryptocurrencies from tax delinquents. The Seoul Metropolitan Government said today, Friday, it has seized the cryptocurrencies of hundreds of top tax delinquents who hid their assets in digital form, becoming the country's first local government to do so. The city government said its tax collection department found the currencies of cryptocurrencies of 1,566 individuals and the heads of companies. Oh, they're going after the heads of companies and 3 cryptocurrency exchanges, and seized more than 25 billion won, $22 million in virtual assets from 676 of them. Before Bitcoin Today breaks this story down, I would say 2 quick things. First of all, I don't know how it is in Seoul, but here in the United States, we don't even have clear guidance yet. I mean, it just came out yesterday that they're trying to figure out if it's going to go to the SEC or CFTC. So why are we even talking about tax? And then the second thing is, I mean, not only is this clearly an extortion happening over here in the city of Seoul, but also it's one of those things where if they were to just buy Bitcoin or just keep the Bitcoin they confiscate from criminals, especially Seoul, who has been publicly in Bitcoin now for over 10 years, like damn near since its inception. If they were to just buy and keep the crypto they confiscate, there is no need to go after anyone for taxes, because they'll have whatever they have in crypto and the government will have this huge pile of crypto over here. There would be no need to tax. I hate stories about crypto and taxes from governments, because there is no need for a government to tax it if they just keep and buy the confiscated crypto. It makes no sense. I don't get it.
Oh yeah. And I just want to make sure people understand, this is why we say no keys, no cheese, because the only way they can confiscate it is it was on an exchange that was linked to their name. If you have an exchange, it's linked to your name and it's sitting there, they can confiscate it. That is a part of tax law. So what we try to encourage people is, if you own it, if you own your keys and nobody can take it from you, somebody being able to take it the way South Korea did is null and void. And one other thing from that story that people need to understand, they gave a quote here. We believe the taxpayers expect the value of their cryptocurrencies to increase further due to the recent spike in the price of cryptocurrencies, and have determined they will gain more from paying their delinquent taxes and having the seizure released. Are you kidding me? What? They literally said it's better that you pay your taxes now before prices go up. So that's why we're taking it. Bruh, this is governments. This is their logic to make you believe that what they're doing is helping you. They still, at the end of the day, they're so narcissistic they'll do something terrible and then say, well, it was to help you. You should have paid your taxes early because you expect the price to go up, right? So now you don't have to worry about paying more taxes. It's like, what? I was trying to worry about most of them that got caught. They were probably like, I was probably worried about paying no taxes, not less. Oh, who cares? But that's what happens. Don't keep it on the exchange and don't expect governments to be your friend because Seoul has been here. They've seen the growth. They could have just adopted it and had Bitcoin on their balance sheet. But here we are.
And I'm not trying to be the militant one, people. You know, I'm not trying to be that guy. But all I'm saying is, historically, the only way to combat these governments is to either stop giving them money or to actually resort to violence. So, as you can see, they decided not to give them money, and the government said, "Gang, you're going to give us the money." So I don't know. I mean, it's one of those things you have to take a stand, or I'm telling you, if the stand isn't taken here in the next year or two, in the next 3 to 4 years, they're going to be taxing crypto like 50-50. They're like, hey, y'all making money. It's like literally the government is going to be working like a hedge fund. They're like, what's wrong? We letting y'all make the money, not give us half. Like, it's going to be a hedge fund. And again, to go back, so it's not just of course, you know me. I'm with the gang, people. All right, let's make sure that's clear. I am always entwined in government and military in the United States. So I'm not trying to make it sound like I'm anti anything, but I am smart enough to see the future and what's happening. I'm trying to tell you this because once it does happen, like there won't be going back to reducing the tax. It won't be we're at 40% crypto tax. Let's take it back to 30. No,
y'all do realize that income tax was temporary. Y'all do realize that it used to be temporary, and here we are.
Right. So, and last but not least, with the tax thing, people, the biggest thing about it is that there is no assistance from the government if anything happens to your crypto. There's no one to call for help. There's nothing they can do. There is no push for innovation. They're not helping you set up businesses and brick and mortars in New York. They're not giving out. I mean, granted, I would almost be for taxes if New York was like, yeah, we've given out 254 bit licenses, and next year we plan to give out another 300. So by the total of 2022, we'll be at 600 bit licenses. Our city will be burgeoning with crypto companies, and we'll be on the forefront of greatness. They're not doing that. They're giving out 12 to 13 bit licenses created by a guy who, after he created as a regulator, went to start his private company and then teach other crypto companies how to get the same license he created. The rat face guy I talked about. So again, this is why we're anti-taxes, we're anti-regulation, we're anti-government right now, because they're not even doing anything with it. They're doing it just to get more money, not to actually help us in the space.
It's very simple. Do your fucking job, and maybe somebody will give you taxes willingly, but they don't do it. Spend it on nothing. There should be no homeless people. It's very like, what are we even talking about, bro? Y'all keep wanting more taxes for people that's making money. People that make over $1 million, people just gonna find more ways to avoid it and more ways to say, no, you're not taking our money. And they're pushing people. I think they're pushing people, they're squeezing people to the point where they want
to our side. Come on,
they want a reaction, and the reaction's gonna be, you know what, cool, I'm leaving. We're on the Bitcoin side.
Listen, I don't know why people think this is the only place in the world. And I don't know, man. This is crazy. Again, they got the right billionaires in place. You can have me and a bunch of my friends as billionaires right now. We'd be like, hey, we meeting at 3 o'clock this afternoon to talk about some business. All right, like this is not going down like that, right? You got a few billion, right? You got helicopters and planes, right? And you got the technology side, and I got people. All right, let's call them up and tell them no.
No.
You can get your taxes back in blood this year. How about that?
How about that?
Is there a box to check on your IRS form for that? Back in blood.
Back in blood.
Come get your money. Heavy Productions, thank you for the tip. Heavy Production said, pimping in suits and tight mini skirts, your local government. That's about right. Let's see. Nappy Waves, thank you for the tip. How can I stop my friends from talking about shilling the scam Pi network when I'm trying to convince them that Bitcoin is the real deal?
Hey, my theory. I'm not really big into helping adults who don't listen. Like, if you tell somebody something, they're an adult and they don't listen, let them fail. Because what happens is it's a learning experience. They understand after that very well. Some people, you can't tell them. They have to experience it. So we call it paying tuition. Let them pay tuition. Let them not be able to move their money off a Pi. Then they'll understand. You know how many people we try to tell about BitConnect, the most obvious scam in the history of life? We were telling people and they were literally arguing with us 4 years ago. So trust me,
You
So
just mad because you ain't make money on
you
Bitcoin.
just mad because you ain't making money. And it's 10 times, 100 times more than that. You just mad because it's like, what are you talking about? Why are you gonna hate on people making money? Because he didn't make any money. It's sitting on, you see a number on a screen and then you can't withdraw it. So I don't want to hear it. So yeah, if sometimes you have to let your friends go. You have to let them fail, unfortunately. And that's a hard thing.
Right. I'm glad you brought that up, Nappy Ways. I'll say this about Pi Network. I haven't done enough due diligence to tell you for sure if it's a scam or not. I kind of believe you just off the, when you say it's a scam thing, and from the way it's been described to me, because this is the way it's always described me. It's people who have had interest in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency I talk to, and then literally month, 2 months later, the next big thing for some reason is not Bitcoin. They've only been in 2 months, and like, have you heard of Pi Network? Yeah. And I'm just like, oh my God. So yeah, you're right. I've heard that from 3 or 4 different people before the exact same way. And I'm like, you looked at crypto for like 6 days right now. You're talking about Pi Network all of a sudden. Like, work on buying Bitcoin, people. But as Bitcoins, they said, you cannot stop adults. And the tuition they had to pay is important. I want you all to know we paid our tuition too. We didn't go to school. We didn't get a scholarship to the Crypto Academy of America. No, we paid a very, tuition used to cost more back in the day, people. Like
there really was no information. Like, you lost it. There wasn't no channel to run to ask what can I do about it. And there's no recovery services.
Check in on.
Yeah, there's no recovery services. Nothing.
It was you better pull up that Google and figure out what happened, and then feel sick about it afterwards. Let's see. Kel Harris, good morning, gentlemen. Glad I'm able to make the live stream. Kel, thank you for making that live stream. Welcome. William Justice said, lost my keys in the boat accident where I lost my firearms. Oh, that is tragic, man. You lost your keys and your firearms?
A lot of boat accidents this year.
Did you lose the body in that same accident? What were you out there doing? He was like, I didn't mean to throw everything down there with him. Yeah. All right, let's go. Candice, what's going on? Dr. Crypto Knight, this old taxation without representation is effing over. Crypto up, fam. You already know. Let's see. PFC Wells going on track. Never underestimate the creativity that comes from greed on both sides. Hey, now that's a good point right there. Never underestimate greed, people. Speaking of greed, this isn't a sign of it, but we brought this story up for a bigger reason. Square's Cash App raises minimum Bitcoin withdrawal to 0.001 BTC. What's going on with this story, Bitcoin Zay?
Oh, yeah. So with Square Cash, one of the things you have to realize with any exchange is dust. If you're not familiar with dust is very small amounts of Bitcoin that add up with fees. Meaning, if you send $1 and the dust on that or the fee on that is whatever, if it becomes too much for you to be able to send it, they end up losing money on small transactions. So they raise the limits so that it will be worth it for you to send it. So right now, the minimum withdrawal amount is 100,000 Satoshis. It was 10,000 Satoshis. 100,000 Satoshis right now is about, let's see, $50. And it used to be 5. So, just a little bit of a raise in price. This is not excluding everyone, even if you do have small buys, but this is not surprising because every exchange has to be profitable with each transaction. There's no reason to have transactions that are not profitable because of dust and because of fees. So that's all that's happening. It happens with every exchange. I'm pretty sure every exchange alive has raised their limits to start once those dust fees become too high. Once it becomes too big, you can't afford it. So, but yeah, nothing's wrong. Square is still pushing forward.
Yeah, and I'm gonna get to these comments section. You all are amazing. I love these words. Yeah, one thing I want to point out as well with this story, though, people, and to me, this was like what I got the most out of it. It says here, although Cash App appears to have updated its withdrawal terms silently, the change may be due to network fees. The issue here is the silently part. We've told this story before. We'll go back to it. We have been on exchanges and platforms, people, with crypto on it, and they go from you guys can withdraw $25,000 to $50,000 per day to you guys can now withdraw $2,000 a day. You can withdraw 2 to 4 Bitcoin a day. So now you can withdraw 0.2 or 0.02 or whatever a Bitcoin a day. That is like, it would destroy your portfolio if you start to enter a bear market or the price like today is dipping and then they change those terms of service, which they can and will do. So again, this is like the battle cry and the scream for everyone out there listening to not hold the majority of your money on exchanges, because if they hit you with this, which I'm telling you over and over again, they will. Like, we learned the very hard way, people. That's what we talk about paying tuition. Everything you all say, You ain't seen a big number disappear in front of you over a span of 6 weeks. All right, like period. No, like most of you haven't seen that, and we are telling you now, an exchange will do this to you overnight. So again, I'm not mad at Cash App. Again, I understand the dust, the network fees. It makes sense for them to do it. My only beef, again, we talk about taxes and regulation. Shit, put down the regulation in. Take 6 weeks, take 8 weeks before you can change terms of service. I want to wake up on Friday morning like I plan to take out $45, and all of a sudden I got to take out 51. For the average person, that might not mean anything, but if a person is struggling, and this is the whole thing with digital money in general, this is one of the beasts with digital money. People are saying for the super low income and everything, the people who, I got kids, I got family, like that $5 means something. You can't have $3 in one wallet, $2 in another wallet, and $6 in another wallet when they actually need that money consolidated to spend. So again, it's not a big deal for me. For most people, it's not a big deal. But for some people, raising it to $51 might affect the way they do business. If they're a small business selling hot dogs in LA somewhere using Cash App or whatever back and forth for $5, $2, $3 here and there, and then all of a sudden you say, well, you need to be at $51 to do something else, that changes their business. So we're looking at it at a micro level, but I want to make sure you know this shit can happen at a macro level too. When Bitcoin's pumping and we're at 120,000 and you're like, oh my God, I'm cashing out today, baby. I made $1 million. I'm good, whatever. And then you go to do and they say, oh, whoa, you're allowed to bring out 1,500 a day now. Slow down, bucko.
Slow down, bucko, as you watch the price go down.
And then they spread some FUD in the next morning. Let's go ahead and call these news stations.
Yeah, all these people try to sell. I just think this is the catalyst for Cash App to move to Lightning. I think Cash App's going to be on Lightning Network. Not saying I have any insider information. I just know the way that it seems like Jack's mind thinks is that when things are happening, he's already planning to solve it. And the way to solve it is Lightning Network. So I think he already has funded Lightning developers through the Bitcoin Foundation. So I think that's what's coming next, because you can't do $58 transactions with $50 fees. You can't do it. You know what I mean? It's just unsustainable.
Straight up, nobody dropping jewels like we do, bro. Like,
dropping jewels, close, man.
Good job. But that's a great point. Jack has been highly involved. I think he even said he had a Lightning node, or somebody was working for him.
Yeah, already has a Lightning node. Yep.
Years ago. That was years ago.
He throws out hints. Y'all got to catch him.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Wow. Great stuff. Daytrick Williams, Datrick Williams, thank you for this tip. Appreciate it. Let them pay that high ass tuition. They say, hey, for real, you do have to let them pay it. Let me see. I'm going to check out. Oh my goodness, you all are hilarious. Ezra said, what's up, y'all? Who's behind these taxes? You think about how a country has always hated the black man. You see that comment? I'm not even going to say it. You are hilarious. James Jetson, facts, Bitcoin Zay. Only way for some people to learn is to go through fire and burn their feet. They will remember for the cycle. That is true. Tonio said the pie bots are annoying. Let's see. Rashu said it's a scam. I'm talking about Pi Network. It's a scam when people who aren't even in crypto bring it to you who has been in crypto and you ain't heard of it. So that was my thought on it too. The first couple of times it was brought to me, I said, look, I'm not for sure, but I'm in crypto on a daily basis. I try to read and touch everything I can. So, I'm not caught off guard, and I haven't heard of it at that time. So I was like, you take with that what you will. Like, if you really think you found the next big thing and you being here once every month taking a peek at stuff, and I'm here every day and ain't seen it, I don't know.
Somebody tried to convince me. They were like, Pi Network is it's like some MIT people created it. And I was like, okay, but who are they? Because they could be MIT dropouts. They could be extremely smart, and they know how to scam people by using big words. There's smart people like that too, because that's just what they do. So yeah, when people tell me, I'm like, if I haven't heard of it, all right, we'll see. I doubt
people are asking different things to use. Yes, you can use ledgers. You can use Keep Keys. They're pretty good, as well as Treasure. Treasure's pretty good. I've had Treasure for a long time as well. And James Jetson said, do not keep your bag on exchanges, centralized exchanges. They will lock you out, lower deduction amounts, or suddenly ghost you like an ex-pretender. Tell them. They straight up will. It's crazy. Do you have any suggestions for a good tutorial on how to set a Lightning node? Bitcoin
definitely. If you go to, I haven't done a tutorial, but go to getumbrel.com. They have a tutorial on their website. You set it up, get a Raspberry Pi for $30, be on your way.
Are we putting that in the masterclass, Lightning node?
Yep.
Boom, there you go. People will also have that as well. All right. S1 Dove said noobs always bring the scams to people in crypto. That's how you know they are noobs. That is true, unfortunately. I would say noobs and a couple of the smarter OGs who, for whatever reason, decide to take that dark path early on and become scammers. They're pretty good too because they've been scamming for a long time. They're like, hey, I'm. This is what we do. I'm banished to this life now. So it is what it is. All right, last but certainly not least, as we wrap the show, we definitely went on long for you guys today. Robinhood announces new COO to lead crypto trading desk. Robinhood, the company's crypto business expanding significantly, has appointed a chief operating officer to lead its cryptocurrency operations. It looks like they have appointed Christine Brown as the chief operating officer of its crypto division. The company announced the appointment in a statement on its website on Thursday. Brown, who is the current vice president of operation at Robinhood Markets, will now also oversee Robinhood Crypto following the appointment. Commenting on her new role, Brown expressed excitement at pivoting from traditional finance to the crypto space. I couldn't be more excited to lead our crypto operations, help our teams build amazing products, and deliver a great experience for our customers, the executive said. So shout out to Christine Brown. Good appointment to be going from wherever the hell she was with Robinhood Markets over to their main crypto desk. That's, I mean, good thing for her. I haven't heard much about her. Do you have any information on Robin? Robin on Christine?
Nah, never really heard of her. But again, you know, she's not necessarily a crypto person. She's somebody who works for Robinhood who knows about crypto. So I would say, you know, I don't know anything about it, but good luck to her because, again, I wouldn't suggest anybody trade on crypto, but because people do, they bring it up and people do that, you know, make their little profits off there. But shout out to her. Robinhood trying to make moves. They still have a huge following and a lot of people still use them. But again, if you are talking about crypto, moving it off to your own exchange, that is not the place to be. So if you didn't know, now you know.
And what's crazy too is, again, I was thinking about the other day when I said that, I'm like, I probably pissed some people off with that one, talking about education and how people are trading. But it's true. It is what it is. And this goes back to it one more time because it's like Robinhood has shown people we will stop trading on your ass as soon as the going gets going. And people are still signing up for it. Like, mind blown. But again, I'm not even mad. I'm not hating. This gives me hope as a business person because it's like, I mean, listen, the market's going to move. People are going to do what they want. Market's going to move. And that should give everyone out there hope who have legitimate businesses and who are doing the right thing in business. Like, yo, Robinhood stole money, shut down trading, and people still flocking to it. If you have anything that does anything the right way, you should be in good shape, people. Like, it's that simple. And also shows you what marketing can do. I mean, good marketing, outreach campaign. Hey, no, we never stopped trading. Like, they're literally going on the news right now saying that they never stopped the trading of different assets and stuff when we know factually that they did. But they're still going in public saying, no, we didn't. So it's crazy to actually see that. All right. There we go. I see people asking about wallets. Thank you, Alec, for putting that wallets thing in our Stream Elements bot. So that's good to go. I don't think we have any more crazy comments in there for all the tips today. Thank you for the tips. Again, that goes to the team. It goes to keeping the podcast running and to keep everything else moving on the tech side that we have to pay for on the back end. Bitcoin, Zay, you have anything?
Oh, yeah. A couple things. Just make sure Sunday Talk Shop Live. We are back.
Oh, you got to show up there already too.
Shows up. Make sure you go and go ahead and you should be getting a notification. 6 p.m. Sunday. Catch us there. And also, we hit an all-time high of live viewers today. We hit 308, I believe. So pass that 300 mark. Let's go. Let's keep it going, people. Need a few more likes, but it's all good. We're getting up there, people. Again, the realest show in crypto, the longest running daily show in the world. This is us. Appreciate you all watching. Appreciate you, Warriors.
Great facts. As always, thanks for watching. Check us out on Talk Shop Live. I know it's going to be a crazy Talk Shop Live because people have been emailing us left and right with questions, and we missed the last couple weeks.
Might have straight Q&A.
Right. Yeah, it might just be a whole Q&A show straight up. So for those who have any crypto questions that we haven't had a chance to answer live, bring it to Talk Show Live. That is what it's for. Again, check us out there. We can't wait. It's going to be a great show. And we will see you all Sunday with some more crypto news and Q&A. Cheers.